Hi, I'm Matthew from Advisor Tech Partners. I've worked with over 50 different advisory firms that utilize both Redtail and Wealthbox CRM systems. At Advisor Tech Partners, we help financial advisory firms implement the industry's best practice management, workflows, and automations to their firm. We believe that this information should be available to everyone and not hidden behind a paywall. So if you enjoy this content, please feel free to subscribe below and also give us a like and share our content with your fellow people in the industry. Is your firm utilizing the best opportunity sales tracking pipeline within your CRM? In today's video, we're going to be explaining why you should be updating your opportunity pipeline, where you can make those updates, and how to proactively keep on top of yourself and your team to make sure that your opportunities tab within Wealthbox is consistently updated. So in our example today, we have our opportunity pipeline, and we know that most advisory firms have a couple of different meetings for onboarding, which could include your intro meeting, your discovery meeting, and maybe like a last plan presentation meeting here. So if your firm has different types of meetings, this would be a great way to start really visualizing the prospects that are in your pipeline. Now, the way that we see it is you have a big funnel of prospects that are coming into your firm, and you want to be able to really sift out and see, where am I losing traction with a lot of these prospects? Now, you may start to find that during your discovery meeting, you're losing a lot of different engagements with your clients. So maybe, hey, there's a really good information tell here as to maybe we're not conducting those discovery meetings as well, or maybe our intro meetings are not really good indicators of prospects that we should be working with. So that'll give you some good data just to really define and really niche down into, are these prospects that are landing in our pipeline a good fit for us? So in our first example, we have a seminar and dinner event that we always host, and maybe you're finding some traction there and actually getting some prospects landing in your pipeline. And then in our second example, we have, let's say, a monthly blog post that goes to people that are just generally interested, and maybe it's a cold emailing approach that you're taking. If you're finding that the dinner seminars are having a success rate of, let's say, 20 to 30% versus a cold emailing strategy that maybe you haven't even gotten a prospect from and it's been about a year or maybe 2 years, that's going to give you some good data, and that'll really show you, hey, along the pipeline, along the intro meeting, discovery meeting phases, I'm losing traction with this specific type of client. Maybe it's telling me that I'm losing traction with this specific type of prospect that is landing into my pipeline. So a fix for that we're going to be talking about and mentioning through our video here is just really starting to get clean and good data out of your CRM. We always want to make sure that we are updating our opportunities, but before we show you that, I'm going to show you how you can actually update your opportunities in your CRM. So the first step, we're going to go ahead and click on the three buttons on the top right, then click on settings, and then from settings here, we're going to click on customizations. So from customizations, we are now going to click on our opportunities under this customized data area. After you click on opportunities, we have our pipeline. So we're going to click on the pipeline tab, and then so under our pipeline here for FA prospects or financial advisor prospects, I'm going to go ahead and click the customize button. But again, in your example, if you want a clean start and if you want to create a new pipeline funnel, you're going to go ahead and click the green button here to create an opportunity pipeline. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what this looks like and what steps you actually need to build out in your pipeline. So in our example here, we have, again, those different stages for the intro meeting, discovery meeting, and then we have our planned presentation here as well. And then the won and lost stages are going to say relevant there. So this is just for when you are closing clients. In our example, we're not going to be utilizing the lost case. We're actually going to be replacing that with the introductory meeting and all these stages that say did not move forward. And again, The reason why you want to be able to categorize your prospects that maybe just didn't fall through is because that's going to give you a better idea as to, out of these 10 clients, which ones actually got pushed forward in the pipeline and which ones got stopped at this intro meeting or which ones had stopped at the discovery meeting. This is going to give your firm some great data as to why they're stopping. Maybe you're finding that your firm is not doing a great job representing what types of services you can offer at the intro meeting. So that's why they're moving forward to the discovery meeting, and then they're finding out more about your offering to them as a financial advisor or a financial planner, and they are not getting the whole picture that they need during the intro meeting. That can be great data, really refining your prospecting process and how you conduct those meetings for those prospects. These are very important KPIs that your firm wants to know and really be relevant on this information. So we're going to pause here and we're going to just give you some time here to really copy these down. So pause the video if you need to and get these different stages. And your firm may call these meetings differently, but just getting the general ideas, making sure that each stage along your onboarding and your prospecting process has a different prospecting stage for your pipeline. And just a quick tip here, you can drag and drop. So if you want to make sure that these are all in good order, we're now going to move on to our next section here on how to actually keep up to date with making the opportunity changes with your pipeline. So I'm going to go ahead and click on workflows here. And after I go to workflows, I'm going to click on manage workflows. So now we're thinking about this from a prospecting phase. And let's say this happens after the meeting. You are updating the prospect. You're making sure that the opportunities tab is keeping up to date. We need a post step here in our system to make sure that we are updating the opportunity. So what this can look like is a step after the meeting has happened or on that same day that the meeting happens. So now that we're on the workflow, let's go ahead and show you what that step looks like to make sure that your opportunity pipeline is actively being updated. So in our case here, we have the opportunities, update the prospect's opportunity step in our intro call workflow. Now, this is a great reminder to have this step added at every single workflow that you have for prospecting meetings. And again, if you don't have that introductory meeting, discovery meeting, or plan presentation meeting workflows built out, this is a great step to have in each one of those and really just start getting the juices flowing for building out the workflow for your firm. Now, in our step here, I'm going to show you what we have. So first of all, we have the standard operating procedures, the step-by-step play on how to actually update the opportunity. And then we also have some suggestions here for your firm as to who this should be assigned to, what step priority this is, and what category. Maybe you should implement new categories into your firm. So the other important thing to note here is making sure that this is due as the same day as the workflow starts. Typically, you're going to have your workflows being launched on the day of, and the start date be the day of the actual meeting. So in our example, I'll show you here. If we go ahead and click that edit button, we have it set to the workflow start date, which again, in theory, should be the day that the discovery meeting, intro meeting, or plan presentation meeting happens. And then we have the due date set to 0. And if you want to bounce back from days versus weekdays, our firm prefers weekdays, so we'll go ahead and switch that to weekdays. And then let's say you're not really getting into workflow mode until later in the afternoon when the office slows down. So we'll go ahead and put that for a target time of 1 p.m. after you get back from lunch. And then again, we have the suggestions here built out for who it should be assigned to at your firm. Let's say it says an associate advisor. Then we have our step priority, which is going to be, it's fairly low, something that can be taken care of afterwards. And then we have our category as to what is actually happening here. This is an opportunity update that we're performing. So lastly, we'll go ahead and click that last save button. And then now we'll save our template so that we are actively updating our opportunities after a meeting is complete with a prospect. So to make those edits to your opportunities, what I'm going to do is go ahead and you have two options here. You can either click on the prospect in the blue hyperlink's name, and you can actually just scroll down here and make any comments that you need to, any post-meeting action items, or maybe you just wanted to leave a comment to make sure that the team is aware as to where this prospect stands. And you can also go ahead and click on the top right options edit button to do any other edits that you need to, moving them along the pipeline. So let's say we just got into an intro meeting and we're wanting to go to a discovery meeting. We can go ahead and click that, and then we'll go ahead and save that opportunity. The other option that you have is if you want to move and make sure that you're moving the opportunity down to the correct stage, we can go ahead and actually just drag and drop them over to the next stage. Drag and drop them. If we want to make sure that, hey, we just closed this new business, and we can definitely drag them down here to the one section. But again, in our scenario, in our use case here for managing your opportunities, we're not going to want to use this lost, again, because we're trying to get that data and really just make sure that, hey, if this prospect did not move forward, why? Why did they not move forward? And again, a good example here for your firm for best practices is to go ahead and leave a reply as to why this prospect has not moved forward. At the end of the year, you can then run data and run a report on all the prospects that are within this specific stage, and you'll start to see the comments. Maybe we're not explaining as well as what we should be doing as to what our offering is. And really, this will give you some good, clean data out of your CRM. So again, in our video, we just explained why you should be utilizing your opportunity pipeline in Wealthbox CRM, how you can actually make those edits, and along with some of the edits that we see a lot of advisory firms have some success with when managing their pipeline, and then how you can build out an example step in your workflows for all those prospecting meetings that you have. And again, good example and a good use case here. If you just had an intro meeting, that's a great post-meeting step to have to make sure that an associate, a CSA, or hey, maybe even yourself to have a task in the workflow to go ahead and update the opportunities so that this page and this pipeline stays clean, consistent, and you can take a glance at this and know that this data is extremely clean. If you found this video helpful, please feel free to subscribe to our channel, give us a like on this video, and also to check out our YouTube video series on transferring over from Redtail CRM to Wealthbox. We know a lot of you have made the move over here to Wealthbox, so we just wanted to provide that video guides on how-tos so that your experience with Wealthbox is that much better. If your firm is also facing challenges like these with managing your opportunities, maybe building out workflows, or really not really understanding how to manage your Wealthbox CRM, please feel free to click the link below and schedule an intro call with us, and we'd be more than happy to discuss those challenges that your firm is facing.